I simply wanted to share my Symprove story and my Symprove journey with you. About 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with IBS. And prior to that, I'd had constant diarrhea and horrendous bloating for about, I'd say, 6 or 7 months. I remember the summer before I was diagnosed, I actually spent the entire summer chained to the toilet, and that is no word of a lie. In fact, we went to a family wedding, I think in July that summer, and I spent the entire reception in the bathroom. So that was the last straw, I think, and I went to my GP when I came back, and she did all sorts of tests. And one of the tests that she did was a calprotectin stool test to determine the amount of inflammation in my lower bowel. Normal is 50. Mine came back at 1,050. That was the level of inflammation that was in my gut. So I got a very urgent colonoscopy with my consultant, and he found that I had 7 polyps, one very large one, 6 small ones. He removed them. I had a diverticuli, and I did not have ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease as they had thought, because the level of the inflammation was so high. Everybody was convinced that's what was wrong with me. So I got a diagnosis of IBS. But the diarrhea continued. So back to my consultant again, he suggested that I go on the low FODMAP diet. For any of you who have been on it, it's very restrictive, and it did work. I certainly got relief from my symptoms with low FODMAP. And then I interviewed Una O'Hagan about gut health. We had a talk about gut health on the Room Junkie page. I've interviewed Una twice about gut health. And as I was once a nurse, I was a theatre nurse in another life. So the whole gut-brain access, the gut-brain connection really does fascinate me. And Una said to me, have you tried Symprove? And I don't think I'd even heard of it before that. I don't think my consultant had known about it, because if he did, I'm sure he would have suggested it. And I took it, expecting nothing. And that is the truth, nothing. Well, after about 3 weeks, I was feeling so much better. My diarrhea had gone. The bloating had virtually gone as well. And my bloating was so bad, I can remember visiting my mother-in-law sometime that summer, and she patted my tummy and she said, Anne, what is going on here? And that might have been what prompted me to go to see my GP. So diarrhea went, bloating went, but not only that, I felt my energy levels surging, and I also felt that any anxiety that I might have felt wasn't there anymore. So I should say that taking Symprove reduced my the calprotectin level in my stool from 1,050 to below 50 in a couple of weeks. And that's very significant. So for me, Symprove has been a life changer, a game changer. It is one thing that I will always have in my life. It is my non-negotiable. In the morning, I have a morning routine which includes gratitude work and journaling. But I also start my day with my shot of Symprove. It is just such a miraculous and wonderful, impactful joy in my life. My life has changed completely. Everything about my life has changed. My health has changed and my mental health has changed, but my bowel issues have gone pretty much. Now, I will find that I could have a flare-up when I'm traveling, so I try very hard to remember to bring a bottle of Symprove with me. But let me show you this guy. Symprove now make these small little daily one-shot bottles. I think they're 70 mils, so you can put them in your Ryanair carry-on bag, or you can just throw them into your overnight bag or your weekend bag if you're heading away somewhere. Because I find if I'm traveling, if I'm eating different food, change of routine can upset my bowel. So that's when I will make sure that my Symprove is with me. And we're coming up to Christmas now, and I think if you have somebody in your life who suffers from IBS or any bowel-related issues, or even somebody who's passionate about their gut health and improving their health, a gift of Symprove will be the best Christmas present they could get. A Christmas present that's going to last long after Christmas is over. So if you have somebody in your life, do order it. You'll get it, I'm sure, from Meaghers Pharmacy. You'll get it in plenty of time for Christmas. So to Una O'Hagan, to Meaghers Pharmacy, to Symprove, thank you from the bottom of my heart, because this product has, and this is not an ad, this is something that I am passionate about. I am a super fan. I will never be without it. And recently I got my son, who had a very low immune system, to start taking it, and we've noticed a massive difference in his health already. So have a lovely, wonderful, healthy Christmas, and do check out Symprove. It changed my life. It could change yours too.